Cheryl
Hi
here.
everyone, Sabina here.
So it's been a couple of weeks, I think. And yeah, so if you've not joined us before, basically two girlfriends who are just going to be really real with whatever's going on in our lives. Uh, it'll be probably politically incorrect, stuff that's taboo, cheeky, playful, maybe a tearjerker, a little inspiration, hopefully a laugh with us and even at us. And it's just vulnerability and just, yeah, sharing things. We're both quite into what's making us tick and our experience of the world around us. So we're just going to rap and see what comes out. So, girlfriend, what's going on in your
Yeah,
world?
actually, today I'm going to be really real and I woke up feeling really anxious. So, yeah, I have a little bit of anxiety going on. I had an amazing weekend, feeling really well, and today's just like, ooh. So, I'm just like sitting with it, you know, spend some time outside. That really always helps me so much. My joy right now is allotment. So dig my hands into dirt. I have like permanent dirty fingers and covered in mud, but that's what brings me joy right now. But yeah, it's still
Yes.
there, you know. And I just wanted to talk about again as well, um, how that's relevant. However you're feeling, like I do lots of self development, and usually, I manage to shift things like really fast. But this one has been lingering on and off for weeks now. Um, and it's okay. Actually, some things just take a little bit longer to heal. So I'm going through that at the moment. That practicing patience, a lot of patience, which I don't have. I'm not. That's not my virtue. Patience definitely not my virtue at all. And yeah, something happened a few weeks back. I don't want to talk about that, like exactly what it was, but it threw me off my balance quite a lot, like physically and psychologically as well. And because I'm the way I am, I'm like, yeah, let's move on. Like, I can heal fast, I can just snap out of it like that. Well, it hasn't been that easy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this is what I'm going through right now. Lots of patience, lots of self-love. And yeah, it always comes back to the patience, I'm afraid. Patience is the biggest one for me right now. To give myself that time to heal.
Yeah. Isn't it fascinating? Thank you for sharing, and just say hi to Tracy. Thanks for joining us, girlfriend.
Hey.
Yeah, there's so much going on in the world, not to take away from your own experience. I'm aware there's so much going on in the world. So everybody's stuff has been like, as well as their day-to-day lives. And then everybody else's stuff has been activated because there's lots occurring.
That's probably actually contributing to my shit as well, because I'm really sensitive and I'm like, I can pick up on other people's stuff, and like with the riots and everything, I'm like, on top of my shit, that's just too much to handle right now.
Yeah. And so it's there's multiple things, right? There's that thing about being willing to be with it. Because we're not encouraged to just sit with something. We're encouraged to push it down, push it away, beat the crap out of it, move forward, deny it, ignore it, anything but be with it.
Yeah.
How often do we find or hear little kids? I notice little kids, if they fall over, scrape their knee, and they might kick off. And I've noticed how often their parents will say, or whatever, whoever's with them will say, "Oh, come on, quick, come on, it's fine, come on.
Oh my God,
Stop crying. Like, shut it down.
Instead of letting them process the emotions, right? The feelings.
Yeah, complete the cycle.
Yeah.
And then they'll be fine. There's a difference between them kicking off and trying to get attention, absolutely. However, often what I notice is that it triggers something in the adults. The adults are uncomfortable with it or irritated by it or whatever. It triggers the adults. And so they squash. And so how much have we internalized that of ourselves? Oh no, the stuff that's uncomfortable. Ugh. Or
Oh,
just
I have totally
squash and
been doing
distract.
that. The thing is, I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
So I will look at it, because I'm really good at, like, I'm brave, I face my shit. I just like set some time and like I ugly cry and stuff. It's great to
You
ugly
love your
cry.
ugly cry. You love your
I
ugly
fucking
crying.
love my ugly crying. It's great. You feel so much better afterwards. But this time it's just like I've noticed consciously distracting myself, because every time it bubbles up, I'm like, no, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Like panic, I don't want to look at it now. And I push it down. I do like binge watch Netflix and do stuff. What you do to distract yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have planned this week. I have a few days off, and I actually plan. Okay, I'm brave now. I'm a little bit stronger physically and mentally. I can handle it now. I'm gonna look at it, and there might be ugly crying again.
Ugly cry again, or whatever.
There might be screaming. There might be some punching in the pillows and stuff. Maybe I should take up boxing. That would be good to release as well. Some of that anger just coming out.
Yeah. Just depends what you're boxing, I guess. Depends on their perspective of the
People,
distance.
come on, not people. Okay, I'm not that. I try not to puke my shit on others. Try.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't
That's the
succeed.
thing, right?
But I do try my best. I'm aware of whatever's going on, and it's probably not the person in front of me.
Yes,
That's triggering the stuff with enemy.
The extra bit. It's like over the top, and it's like which is the classic one, isn't it? Again, it speaks to that space of like how often we push something down, don't speak it, don't ask what we desire, and then actually, it's a little thing in itself, and it might be, but you do that 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times, and then one person says something. It's like Mount Vesuvius. It's like the volcano eruption of all time. It just goes crazy. It goes crazy.
Let's not push it down, right, people? Let's deal with it.
And even if we do push it down, I think there's that, because it's not about like, oh my god, there's stuff coming up, I need to post it all now. I mean, it's really cool. I think our natural state is that we would complete the emotional response to things, the psychological cycle. That's our nervous system. It needs to finish. But most of us have got so used to not finishing from obviously your childhood experiences and being told to stop, and I'll give you something to cry about if you don't stop crying, all those kind of things.
I've heard that one before.
And or oh my god, I'm in public, I shouldn't well up, or times I've seen somebody in public, like women, for example. I remember the old days of going up into town on a train. But being in Liverpool Street Station, I think I'd been to a meeting or something, and there's this woman just sitting or standing near the steps of the H. Smiths, and she was very obviously distressed. It was daytime-ish, I don't know, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something like that. And it would have been so easy for me to just turn away and walk, because she was kind of slightly in a corner, and yet I was like, well, I think she's physically fine. There's no blood pouring out of her. That doesn't, she doesn't look to be beaten or attacked. But emotionally, it's like really wretched, and she was getting a bit snotty nose. So I just went up and said, "Hey, would you like a tissue?" So it wasn't like you need to tell me your shit.
Yeah.
But I recognised she was in distress and it was getting a bit messy. So it gave an opportunity to just say yes, no, without. And she kind of looked at me and said, "Thank you," and took it. And I just looked at her and just held the gaze for a bit and just left the space, and then left her to it. But some kind of there's that reaching out to somebody. It's okay to be seen like that. It's okay for you to have that.
That's really lovely. Don't forget that little kindness. Yeah.
And so we can be that for ourselves as well, right? So we often, so
yes,
the fact that you've taken time out Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm taking some time from it. I'm going to give myself actually your video. I love that video because it's exactly what I was doing. You know, Cheryl posted a video a few days ago about like when she passes the mirror, she just like,
yeah,
give
I was
yourself
like,
some laughs and like,
I was like,
damn,
oh
you
my
look
God.
cute, you know? That's exactly what I've been doing, funny enough. But before I saw your video, I'm like,
And
every
how's
time I
that
pass
been
the
for
mirror,
you?
it's
How's that been?
lovely. It's really lovely. Because I have not been kind to myself before, you know. It took me years and years to get where I am, and still sometimes I go into my old habits. So this has been really lovely, actually, to stand in front of a mirror. I actually mean it as well. I'm like, wow, you really are a beautiful person. Not just like physically, you know, but like you are such a gorgeous human being, like so generous and loving and kind, and like I fucking love you. And just like me talking to myself, like, you know, really, yeah.
And it is, isn't it? Because
Awesome.
as you look in the mirror and as you talk to that person, it's very different
Yeah.
to how there's a lot, there's a following where people do the concept of affirmations. I am beautiful, I am loving. Talk to the person that's in the mirror. So like when I did my video, like you said, I'd caught myself, and so just happened to grab my phone and just carried on the conversation or carried on my observation of self. The phone was down here, it kind of caught whatever it caught, you know.
Yeah.
But I wasn't, I was talking to that person. It was like, oh my God.
That was so good.
So
I love it.
how different would that, thank you, how different would that be if we just said, oh my God, hey you, wow, you look kind of cute today.
Yeah.
What you up to?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? Don't need compliments from others. Give that to
Have
you
that
know,
as
give
well.
myself. That's nice
So you have that
as
as well.
well.
Yeah.
But like, damn girl, you look good.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to hear. Obviously, we're having our chat, but feel free. Anybody's got a comment or anything they want to share, because somebody did post on that video of mine saying that sometimes they can do that, but often, as a woman and as women, they find it difficult to see their own beauty.
I
and
found
men
it
as
terribly
well. I know men
difficult.
have a different experience, maybe, but yeah.
Like, you know, like it took me years to get to this, basically. You know, before I did not love myself. Every time I looked in the mirror, I'm like, oh, okay, let's just not do this. This is uncomfortable.
The uncomfortable thing again.
Totally. So this is hard work. And sometimes it's really good as well. I highly recommend to fake it till you make it. Literally have that, like, you know, stand in front of the mirror every day. I love you. I like this and this and this about you. You know, really point them out. You know, what you love about yourself. And even if you don't mean it at first, it will become, it did with practice. I love all the imperfections on me as well now, you know. And before I couldn't even look at them.
Wow.
And now I'm like, actually, I spent some time actually looking at the imperfections, which I hated before. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm beautiful. Like, look at this squishy belly, you know, stuff like that. And actually give those parts love. I spent some time to give those parts extra loving.
So there's different things that pop there. There's a bit about the fact that we even have got the idea that it's an imperfection, because that's a talk thing, right?
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, no baby goes, oh my God, look at me, I just poop and cry and like dribble, and I've got rolls of fat, and therefore I'm like worthless piece of shit. I don't believe any baby has that as a starting point. Maybe they do. I've yet to experience, but I haven't received that yet.
I don't think so.
I don't see babies like taking themselves, like hanging themselves from the stress of like, I'm so.
I can't deal with it.
I'm a
cellulite.
Yes, kill me now. As far as I'm aware, babies aren't throwing themselves out of their cots like, you know, kamikaze. Whoops.
Janet just commented, "Hi, lovely ladies. It's funny how critical we are of ourselves. We would never talk to others the way we talk to." That is so true. Oh my word, that is
the classic
so
one, isn't it?
true. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that person we see in the mirror,
Mm.
it's like I kind of says, like, I'm aware that there's a being, and then there's people could call it soul, whatever. There's a level of consciousness, and there's also a body. And so we kind of are talking to another being when we look in the mirror.
Mm.
And so yeah, why wouldn't we choose her? Or just to be curious and be like, oh my god, what's that? Like, oh,
Yeah.
hello, who are you? What are you? What are you? I get up. So my side of my bed is right next to a wardrobe, which is double glass front doors or mirrored doors. So in the morning, as soon as I throw off the duvet, what I see me.
Mm.
So I literally I get out of bed, and the first thing I do, as soon as I get to sight of any part of me, I smile because I'm like, oh, it's legs. It's the first thing I kind of think.
So
I often sleep upside down in my bed. It's very weird. So I'm like, oh, there's legs, and then I kind of get up, and then I'm like, oh, I strip off if I'm wearing anything. I look at everything, and I turn around and look back, and I'm like, the eyes are still a bit, maybe sometimes a bit out of focus. It's a bit blurry, but I'm like, oh my god, like as if to say, what have I got to say?
Yeah.
What's going?
Like, new day, new me.
Yeah, what is this? And just literally the awe of like, wow. And it does. It just yeah. And then sometimes the judgment kicks in. I'm like, whoa, we're not going there.
Yeah, like demons be gone, right?
It's just like
No
why
judgment,
I'm like,
please.
and there's times, but generally I'm like, Or if I catch stuff, I'm like, stop. And it's not about this idea that we never go to criticize ourselves. I don't even like the word, but critique ourselves. If we notice it, it's like, oh, okay, then we can stop and then just be present with it. We can change it. We've all got different processes and tools and techniques. That's fine. The fact is, it's just like, stop. Stop.
I'm like, no, thank you. Nobody asked your opinion.
Whatever your version is. Like I spent a few extra days eating this last week, and I've just had like the best party in the world. My body feels it. It really does, and so it's puffier. Yeah, it gets light, whatever. And so I was like, oh, let me just shake those thighs, girlfriend. Just to shake them because I look, they're more because they basically hold fluid from what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So I gave them a little shake and then tried to like how great they looked with the extra tan. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, squidgy, because that all shrinks down again. So I just see the lie because literally I've seen my body can change in days, like literally from what I've eaten or not eating from fasting. I'm like, so I know the lie. So because one minute I can go, oh, look how slim that looks. And then I can go, oh, how fat that looks. It's all fucking judgment.
It's so much judgment, isn't there?
So it's insanity. So,
oh my gosh.
So when I catch those moments where I'm going, oh, look, oh, there's an extra bit of something, I'm like, and I stroke it and I squidge it and I like.
Yeah, squidge it. I love squidging.
Because I know it's going to be gone, I'm like, and even if it's not, I'm like, okay, I can make different choices if it isn't really working for me. But it's that stopping that, hacking at ourselves.
Because it's just
ladies.
so kind. Just treating ourselves like that's my motto as well. Treat myself like I would my dearest friend. Yeah.
But some people are crap mates, aren't they? So it's not really.
I'm a really good mate. So let's put it.
Well, as my best friend, I'm seeing some friends that are treating each other like shit. I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah. True.
But
okay.
Also, that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's that thing. If we're not kind to ourselves, and kindness can have all sorts of connotations. So I'm just going to use that word loosely for now. How on earth can we be kind to somebody else? And so a lot of us, it's really noticeable, like little things. Like, I notice. I'm really becoming more and more aware of how I interact with the world and others around me, but just from other things. For example, watching how somebody picks something up or puts it down, how they open a door, how they just interact with inanimate objects. So in the home, in the supermarket, whatever, and how harsh most of our touch is and our emotion is. It's really telling because to me that just tells me exactly where we don't have that softness with ourselves. and therefore we can't have it with another. And I've seen my own journey. So it's just like, so to expect them to be kind or soft to us, or it's like, watch somebody. If they're not being it already, they're not suddenly going to be it. We've gone slightly, but it's also watch ourselves. Like, how do we pick something up? How do we take a towel and dry ourselves when we get out of the shower? How much do we rush around? How much do we slow down? And like, I want to give you an example. This last week, I've been playing around with Opulence, Wealth, Luxury as a little class, and it's coming up for a month. Just exploring what that really means. Yeah.
You've told me a little bit about it. I'm really curious about it, actually. There's like so many things around that, so many issues that we have and blocks, right?
Perspectives, what it is, what it isn't, what we can, what we can't have, all that. But it does bring up, how, to me, it brought up that sense of what we are willing, how yummily we're willing to live, how delicious a life. At least for me, this is what it's brought up. And also I've been working around the whole concept of women and pleasure and having a pleasurable life and what that means for us. So it's all tied together. And so, for example, I generally, ironing wise, so John, my partner, does his own ironing, always has since I've known him, and does the ironing for anything household wise, duvets, towels, that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, you do that? That's crazy.
Well, he does it. I don't.
Okay, fair enough. You can do it.
It gets done.
Towels.
So this is the thing, right? So, for example, we've got a set of bedding with two sets of particular bedding. One's deep grey, one's white, and very lovely bedding. But in the summer, I prefer the white set. So, what I've been doing, I've been washing it and putting it back on the bed the same day. There was another set, but that was kind of up in the wardrobe. And the other day, a couple of times, it's gone back on the bed without being ironed, and I was like, this doesn't work for me. It's functional, but it's not lush. And I'm like, I want lush. I love it when it's like, I'm like, and the more I'm getting softer, as I've got softer over the years in terms of that willingness to receive and have that gentleness and have that caring for self, and then everything in my environment is having to catch up. Now, the stuff in my environment that hasn't caught up yet, so that's step by step, it's changing. It's like, I'm like, babes, please iron this. I'm like, I can't,
like, no,
I can't take it.
Not iron sheets. Oh my God. I love you are catching the drama from me, aren't you? Like, I can't take it.
I can tell you, darling. I can't sleep in this bed without my 20 my triple mattresses and my
Oh my God. This is shocking. Like, seriously, how dare he?
But why? So we can take the piss out of it, and people are like, oh, somebody's been a princess or whatever. It's like, actually, why the fuck not? Why the fuck shouldn't we have a level of lush that we desire? And we might have to step into it if it's something that requires financial investment. I get that there's a timeline. Even if we had some raggedy sheets, it doesn't mean we couldn't press them as if they're the most luscious, delicious fabrics in the world.
Yeah.
So I ironed my own stuff this last week. I actually ironed some stuff. I had to do a casting table. I was like, I needed to iron a white shirt. So I decided to iron loads of stuff. And I was so gentle with it. It was like everything was the most sacred, rare, as if it's ceremonial. And it was just completely changed the experience. Now I can iron very efficiently.
That's so nice.
But it completely changed my experience. Yeah. So like I
was
was ironing the most
you take that joy
stuff.
Actually. You actually put that joy into it. And normally, like, in acrylics ironing, not that many people, right? But you changed that as well. And I don't know, from whatever you said as well, I thought, oh, maybe I'll take up ironing now as well. Sounds quite nice to do it in this way, you know what I mean?
Precisely. And it was so meditative. And also it was just like, I was so giving. It's like, oh my God, like we might do something beautifully for somebody else, like a beautiful meal for somebody we really care about. We'll prepare that beautifulness, have that same level of beauty and care for your own meal. You're still preparing it with the love for your clothes, or for making the bed, or for having a shower, or going to the shops, whatever. Everyday stuff. I'm not about like living on a paradise island, like making it every day.
Mm.
But that level of like, mm, you know, it's just.
Mm.
So maybe
Just
that's another.
totally changes, yeah, the energy of it, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's, for me, it's a different perspective on the concept of self-love. It's actually, I'm just gonna
Mm.
like love myself up by being yummy
Yeah,
with things for me as my life, asking for them.
that's lovely. Do everything from that joy and that actually treating yourself.
Basically, like, yeah. I mean, this one of those
Lush.
things. Yeah, the course as well. I'm working on a book, the School of Womanly Arts, and it talks about the concept of being a goddess and how original art form of being a goddess, and that all women come from that line. I was like, I don't see many women treat themselves like goddesses.
Mm.
Fuck the partner treating them like a goddess. If they're not treating
Mm.
themselves like a goddess, how can anybody else even see that as a possibility? Treat yourself like shit.
Mm.
I'm not saying you. So one treats oneself
Yeah.
with less regard.
Oh, I totally did.
That
Yeah.
teaches the world. The teachers with
Yeah.
less regard, right?
Mm.
I'm like,
No.
so there's an invitation for us all, men
Mm.
and female. I don't care what body you're in. Like, again, and again, men. How many men get the thing where, they might keep themselves in good shape because it's like a vanity thing, and that's not a judgment. Just
Mm.
oh yeah, I need to look because I'm a guy and like, I need to have my muscles. And
Mm.
oh, I'm young. I'm still in that nubile stage of like needing to mate and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then, oh well, I've got her now. I've got him now. I can kind of let it go a bit.
Hi, Hina. Hina just said hello, lovely ladies.
Hello, Dale. Let me unplug my other device because I'm trying to stretch free and that's not fun.
Mm.
Hello, Hina, darling. Welcome,
Yeah, I
welcome.
love that. How can that be applied to both sexes? It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you're female or male. It's like self-love applies to everything, everybody.
Or just yeah, self-love, self-adoration, just like
Mm.
whatever, because we're so conditioned to look outside ourselves for things that make us feel good.
Mm.
Fucking hell, we'll start changing our interactions with everything. We're going to feel good, and it's free.
Yeah.
And then let's be honest. So, for example, I saw a house that I think was 100. I didn't physically see it. I watched this. I watched a YouTube video on it, on a guy that goes around the world looking at really lush properties.
Hina, I want to be
Want to
a
be a
goddess.
goddess?
You are, honey. You are already.
And listen to this. If you haven't heard us already, darling, go back after watch the replay and just tap into some of what we speak about. So I watched this video, and it was a guy travels the world looking at amazing houses, and this particular house was on the market for $188 million, I believe, in the States.
Wow.
And how many people would go, "Oh my God, no, that's just too much. It's too ostentatious." And it was part of the opulence, wealth, luxury world, and I was looking at it, I was like, wow, how would, for example, if any one of us walked in that house, how would we be?
Mm.
How would you walk through that house? Would you feel comfortable being in the house? What would you touch? What would you smell? How would you use your
Mm.
senses? What wouldn't you do? Would you sit on something? Would you totally like then own
Yeah.
it? You know?
Yeah.
Or would you be like, oh God, I can't be here.
Oh my
Don't touch
God.
it.
Yeah.
Don't look at it. And it's like,
Totally.
I'm stepping it so I could totally own it. Whether I own it or not is
Mm.
irrelevant. But
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to step into that space where I can just be in any environment and just go, yeah.
I totally belong here. Yeah. That reminded me actually. Yeah. I used to travel loads and I used to go roughing it up in hostels and stuff and always then treat yourself at the end of the stay to like a 5-star hotel. So we didn't have that much money. And you know what? Funny enough, like when we treated ourselves to the 5-star, I felt so out of place there. I felt more comfortable in the hostel. So I know exactly what you're talking about there. Like I
So
didn't
yeah,
feel
so
like
it's
I
that
belonged
ability.
there. Mm.
Yeah. And so it's the
Mm.
more we treat ourselves with that yumminess.
Yeah.
And yeah, for example, I'd say it's not about the value of something, monetary value. I mean, here's a pen here that's, I think, is a free pen that probably John got from he plays a lot of golf. Yes, this is from Spain. So it's the local hotel, whatever, in Spain. but you know, could I treat this with like, just like adore feeling it in the same way I might do a £200 pen? Absolutely. But how often do we go, oh yeah, it's just a cheap, it was free, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
So why the fuck would a £200 or £1,000 pen or whatever want to come and play? It's like, you treat that like shit. Why am I gonna let you put your fingers on me?
Yeah.
But like, we don't follow it through. I'm like, so goddesses, gods, how you like loving up yourself in terms of how you treat yourself, in terms of how you interact with picking up your phone, closing your front door. How many front doors I hear slam? I'm like, wow, just gentle. There's no need to slam it. Just, hey, thanks, door. Thank you.
The little things, and that will ripple out into everything, right?
Precisely.
And then again, it comes back to the awareness as well of doing that.
Yeah.
That you are having these habits.
Yeah.
When you're aware, you can change anything.
Yeah, basically. And it's a step-by-step thing. Like I was talking to a coaching client, and and so much cool shit has changed in such a short time, like in 2 months, you know, this particular one. And so it's so easy to go, oh, but I still want to do this. Like, yeah, but look how much has changed. So acknowledge where you've already been, or where stuff has changed in your life before. It's like, oh my God, yeah, I used to do that. Now I don't. Cool. Just love on yourself on that. It doesn't always have to be hunting for the next thing.
That's a big one as well. Yeah, that's totally a big one. I've experienced that before as well. It's like, I'm like, you don't stop. You're constant, like, even with self-work and stuff. I'm like, yeah, next, you know, I need to be better. I'm like, wait a minute, let's stop and relax. I'm like, and acknowledge, like, you know, you're not depressed anymore like you were. You're not on meds anymore like you were. Like, yeah, let's give us this pat on the back. We did good.
Yes, fix. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You've done immense work as well on yourself, right?
Yeah. For me, it's like I was born to be a rock star. I was born to, I don't know where that came from, but it came.
Sorry, you're losing you a little bit. Sorry, what did you say?
I said I was born to be a rock star. I have no idea where that came from, but it came true, so I just let it out. Forever, I've always been observant, really aware, so it's just who I am. And if I wasn't that, I can't imagine what I'd be. So I've applied myself in different ways in the world. Yeah, there's different things I've done. But that sense of like, oh, what's going on around here? How am I being? How am I interacting? Is that working for me? What do I want to create? That's always been. And so what was interesting this morning, I went for a walk and I just poodled down sort of the country lane behind me, the farmers' fields and things around where I live. And I kind of just looked at all the things that are in the world, because they're up in my space at the moment, in terms of what it all means. And nothing seems to mean anything to me. And what I mean by that, I was like, do I need a partner, or do I want a partner? I don't really care. Do I really want a house? Do I need a house? I don't really care. Do I want to work? I don't really care. I mean, I went through all the things that we're told we need or meant to be important. Of course, it's nice having a home. Don't get me wrong. I really love having shelter. But it's like, none of it's ever motivated me anyway. And every now and then I have this cycle where it comes up again. I'm like, because the world's like always pushing for us to strive after this or after that. And it's almost like it bubbles up in my own world. I'm like, I could do anything, be anything. So sometimes I'm like, what's the even point of being here? And that's not melancholic. It's not like I want to kill myself. It's just like, I just don't buy into anything. So I'm like, And then I was like, go on.
What's that feel like? You know, it's like, you know, she's like, well, what's the point?
I've had it for years where it comes around in cycles. It's very, it's kind of like beige.
Beige. Oh my God, that's a terrible color. Who likes beige?
It's a judgment, just a judgment.
I'm totally judging beige.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like a yellowy beige naturally. I'm quite light. it's so okay. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that there's no charge. There's no. I'm like, who the hell? Like everybody's coming part. Like I live in this tiny little side road.
Oh my god, you cracked me up so much. This is like you. She's
Yeah.
like in charge of everybody. She's like, what? Who's coming past
Every
there?
little
Wait a minute.
little fuckers going up and down. Yeah, like, I'm like, you don't live here. Fucking Amazon deliveries, they're everywhere these days. Yeah, I'm like, who are you?
It was literally like a dog was like, wait a minute, like what? What?
I know vehicles that live
so
on these
funny.
moments. Yeah. Interfering. That's so funny. I'm so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live for that. I live for that. Like, yeah. What I did notice though, as I walked through the trees and the sun, I was like, oh my god, the things that I totally lush for me is just that simplicity of like, oh, I like the sky. I like the trees. As in, my body's nervous system is like really with all of that. So I could probably be a nomad, quite easily. And then I'm like, oh, okay. But what I recognize in that is that actually, therefore, anything I do, it doesn't really matter what I do. It actually doesn't matter. So sometimes I get caught up in, and the reason it's just bubbling up even more is I'm like, oh, do I need to choose this path? I'm good at this. Oh, I'm good at this. I said, I can do this. Should I take that further? I'm like, whoa, I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to get something right in my life. I'm trying to make sure that I'm like, none of it's ever mattered to you, Cheryl. Stop buying into the lie of trying to get it right. Just do something.
So what do you do then? Just go with the flow. Just do the first thing that pops into your mind, or because we do need to make choices, right?
Yeah, and I always make choices. Yeah, it's not like I don't ever do anything. It's it's a good question. It's almost like I have there's like a fork in my life. So the first fork was like drive, push in a certain direction, and I made changes. Paths career-wise, but it was like still push. And then the second path became this push thing isn't really fun anymore, as in it's not sustainable. So that's been unwinding. So it's like I'm rediscovering who I am. Like as a child, I was always like, I need to take care of stuff and get stuff done. Not like I was like constantly running around, but just that I'm in charge. I need to make it happen. I need to make it work. So I never had that as a child, that kind of real chilling out time. I might have sat around, but I was always like planning what I need to take care of somewhere in my space. So I'm kind of almost learning that about myself. So for example, I can just choose something and go with it. So let's say it's work. I started coaching again this year, which I did a lot of, and then I was still doing a bit here and there, but I hadn't really focused on. And then somebody's recommended to me, and then they recommended me to somebody else, and blah, blah, blah. And then my head started doing this. Well, I'm kind of cool at this shit. Let's build it something. I need to make this, I need to. And I was like, whoa. I got pulled up on it something yesterday. I'm like, actually, I don't need to. I don't should to. I can choose to.
Because it's fun.
Because it's easy. I actually quite enjoy doing it when I'm doing it, but I don't have to. How often do we get led down this path of, oh, I can do that, or that's already started, or I'm already in this relationship, so I should. I'm like, actually, no, I don't should have anything. I don't have to anything. Doesn't mean I then rebel. Just it's not about. It's not good about either or. It's not that push towards or push away. It's not that. It's I can just be with this and like, okay, what's in front of me? What can I choose? What's available now, or what would I like to create, which is even greater than just what's available now. But it may not look like this world, as in I have to have a relationship, I have to have a home, I have to have children, I have to have friends, I have to socialize here, I have to wear this type of clothes, I have to, all the things that all our systems are set up on, which most people are trying to live a life based on all these templates.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, do they actually mean anything to you guys? Really? Maybe start looking at what really does mean to you, what you really do value. And I wrote a desires list. Yeah, I started to write a list of desires, which is part of the homework for this Sister Goddess stuff. And some of the things were doey things, like have a month-long skiing trip, have some toy cars, because the things that are fun for me. But what I noticed as I started to write this list time and time again over a few weeks, the things that really started to expand or really grab my attention each time. The list wasn't very long. It might have been 10 things, 15 things. Sometimes I added to an existing list. It was all the experience, the senses stuff. It was like, ooh, sort of lush, having lush, like having gentle touch and having a sense of ease and peace and calm, the sense of like freedom, and treat myself with kindness. It was all those non-product based things, non-consumer stuff,
non-materialistic,
non-materialistic, for another word, that actually valued. I was like, that kept shining through. And I was like, oh,
that's lovely.
Not that it surprised me, but it just, you've never really been into the stuff, Cheryl. Doesn't mean you can't have it, but just remind yourself, actually, it's a sense of peace. Because when I get into that, I need to go, okay, let me build this, let me maybe build that empire, I'm like, just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah. Doesn't mean that it will make you happy as well, right?
Yeah, like it's just taking time to like and being happy. It goes full circle back to where you were, and that giving yourself space, being patient. Yeah. It's not about avoiding. It's not about rushing to. It's like, like really, sometimes we really don't fucking know. So just writing stuff down could be really useful. My desires list, and we might write a load of stuff that we think we want: house, a car, whatever. I don't know, jewelry, blah blah. But as we write that list time and time again, and we stay with it, and it might, spend 10 minutes doing it, and then maybe the next day do it, and the next day do it, and the next day do it, and notice where you get frustrated or where you get blanked, and then you start to notice, say, the less material stuff starts to come through, and it's like, or maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
It's funny as well with that. I'm going to definitely do that. I think it's really good to write things down. Sometimes, like you just get a little bit of clarity rather than just going over in your hand.
Yes, so you see it on a page.
And
then as the pages flick, then I start to see the pattern of what's really. Had I not written it down,
important.
Some of the stuff may not have been as obvious. Yeah.
So I've played the lottery. So like at the end of today, I'm gonna be rich. But just basically, it's happening.
Right.
So I've been fantasizing with like what would I do with the money, and like like you said, like first thing it's just like self-care, lots of massages and like treats. Like I'm going on a retreat and stuff like that. I'm going on a holiday to like see different worlds and stuff. So it's like that's in my desire list, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to a couple of highs. Tony Hopkins. Is that my cousin? And Cole. Hello, darling. And Peter. So lovely. Thank you for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it. And as well as like another mother. I used to date her son. He was one of my most amazing loves. So it's like, family.
Thank you for joining us, guys. Hi.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't see anybody joining actually. On my devices.
He just said they said they were watching on my other device, so if they are, great. If not, thanks for joining us whilst you did. That fantasy thing. How often do we go and put that out here, right? Because that's what when we've got enough money, we'll do these things. So the massage, the sensation of a holiday, what about having that now?
Oh, I am having that. Well, right now, like I'm trying to like work on my massage therapist. She's not budging.
But you massaging you.
Oh yeah. Oh, I totally do that. But there's just something.
That.
Yeah, I do that. I actually do that quite often, like almost every second day. I do a lovely massage. I have a bath and then I do a little self massage. But there's just something different about somebody else doing it as well.
Totally. And
I love that.
I think that invitation of like, we can totally have all those things, they're yummy, being given to us by others. And let's start setting our own lives up. Like when we were kids, how often did we play make-up, make-believe holiday or whatever version? Make-believe adventures, make-believe trips. We'd pack our little bags out, a little pet lunch box, sit out in the garden, we were going on the road trip somewhere. right? We'd have the best
I forgot
holiday
about
in the
that.
back garden. Precisely. Hello, guys. We
Oh
can
my
have
god,
that
okay,
as
I'm totally
adults.
doing that. Yeah, I'm totally doing that.
Go to shop, buy some
This
really
week,
yummy bits. Yeah.
have a little
Yeah.
picnic. Yay!
Sleep out, make a little tent, your blankets, put them over the clothes horses, make a little shelter.
Oh, that's the best thing ever. Seriously.
Yeah. Or sheep, maybe, it's a bit cooler. But we had the most amazing adventures, right? With basically zero money generally, and because we made
Yeah.
up stuff, or maybe had a few pennies and bought something from a shop. And could we just with everything that's already in our homes or in our lives, start to have that? We're going to have an adventure with it. We're going to make it the luxury, the fantasy that we. Because it goes back to that thing again of if I'm not treating this pen with the kindness that I treat a £200 or £1,000 pen with, I'm never get the £200 pen. I mean, somebody bought me a really nice pen years ago, and when I got it, I was like, well, what do I do with this? I was in my slightly more functional space still. It's like, yeah, it's lovely. So it's a pen. But actually, now I'm like, oh my god. It's like, oh, I couldn't receive the lushness of it. And as I've grown into that space, I'm like, oh my god. But now I'm like that with all pens.
Yeah. Nice.
So, because if somebody buys something we're not in the space of being able to receive, like we've talked about before, if somebody buys there was one exercise in the Sister Goddess Schoolroom of the Arts book. There's an exercise about an appetite. If somebody's going to take you on a date, do you eat before you go, so you look like a cheap date, like you can have you can just turn up and have a salad, and B, do you choose something that's kind of mid-range on the menu, so you don't look like you're too high maintenance? C, do you go for the most fucking outrageously delicious thing you want, probably the top of the price menu, not because of price, but you just go for it, and all the desserts you'd like a bite out of?
Wow. I never thought about it like that.
A, you eat before you go and have a salad. B, something mid-range. C, clean out the menu with everything you desire, even if it's only a mouthful.
Wow.
Which would you choose? Girlfriend, which would you choose?
I would probably choose something what I'm actually hungry for. Wouldn't look at the price necessarily.
Would you allow yourself to have everything you desire? Like, say you've desired 3 desserts. You only want a mouthful, 2 desserts, 5 desserts. Would you allow yourself to have that?
No, I wouldn't.
There you are. So you're not willing to, and this is where most people, they're like A or B. I'm like, train ourselves to become C. So there's no, oh, I can't, I shouldn't, I mustn't. Doesn't mean you have to. But how can somebody gift something to us if we can't even give that kind of, oh my God, I'm so why wouldn't I have it? It's not entitlement. It's just like, wow, yeah, I'm delicious, so pleased. Thank you so much. And of course,
the thing, isn't it? Just to say thank you so much. Yes, I will receive that. Yeah. Wow, that's hard. That's something to look at.
Welcome to being a goddess, an ongoing journey, or God, or whatever.
Ongoing journey.
Yeah. That willingness to literally I think John and I were shopping the other day, food shopping, and oh no, it wasn't. It was something. We had a booklet come through the door. It's the food producer, and sort of pre-made food, Foreman and Fields. They do smoked salmon, and there's really lovely bits. And we had a Christmas thing from them from a relative, a gift, and so we're on their menu list. And I was like, oh, I fancy that. And John was kind of like, oh, we can make that. I'm like, I don't want to make that. I want that one. I want them to have made that and send it to me.
Else to do it.
Yeah, I'm like, they can make it. Of course, we could make it. I don't care. Yeah. I want to be served. As in, I just want that lushness. It's just, and it's allowing ourselves. It's like a £10 dish, like a ratatouille. This is not like a. It's like, oh no, we could make it. It's not because we can't afford it.
That's not the point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how often do we not allow ourselves to receive the lushness? Forget the price tag.
I like that.
And then when the price tag goes up, then if we're open to receive it, then we can be more and more comfortable. And it's a step by step. Not everybody's going to go from being able to receive a 15 quid meal to being able to receive a £500 meal. I get that. And can we just just choose a little bit more into where it's uncomfortable each time?
So how do you work through that uncomfortableness? What is you like if you come up with that, funny feeling, oh, wait a minute, I'm not comfortable with this. What do I do with it? How do I?
In my old school way, which still is one of my tools, just fucking do it.
Just fucking do it.
I've learned loads of tools and techniques over the years.
Everybody's like that, so let's just make it a little bit, break it apart to people.
There are so many different techniques, right? It doesn't. The reason I say that, which seems so like, oh no, just say that, it's because there are so many tools, and it's sometimes if people want to hide behind, oh, I need a tool for that, I need a technique, I need a process. You still got to choose. You still got to go for it sometimes. So it can be a little thing. And so one of the things is, let's say you used to going out and spending 15 quid in a meal or whatever, or takeaway, or somebody buying you something, and that's your price limit, £15. It's just an arbitrary number. And then you're like, oh, but I really fancy something else. It's going to be another £1 more. It's not too uncomfortable. It's only £1. But it's just over your limit of what you normally spend, like £16, maybe 17. Go for that. We're not talking about going for 30 or 50, which I think people try and bite off too many big chunks.
Yeah.
So this is a really simple way of just like, well, it's just a little bit uncomfortable. It's not so terrifying. My whole nervous system shuts down and like I pass out or, erupt or kind of thing. But it's enough to me to just go, a little bit of a tickle in the throat or a little bit of a stomach. It's just, so you can take bite sizes without coaching you, right? Because, also I teach people this stuff. So but they work with me on going for a period of time. So but this is a nice way of just like, or that, going to the supermarket, oh, I really want that and that. And it's a £2 side dish or something. Fucking buy both.
Yeah.
In the scheme of life.
Yeah.
Or which soup do I want? £2.50 soup over there, £3 soup. I'm going to buy the £3 soup. Tiny. But you start to train yourself and
start little.
What about you? What would you do?
Like with everything.
Yeah, baby steps. What would you do? What would you choose? How do you do it?
I just push through the uncomfortableness. Okay, let's sit with it, and then I don't know, like you said, I just do shit.
Yeah, everybody's going to have. I could teach you a dozen techniques. More. I could probably teach you 100 techniques. I'm not exaggerating. 22 years I've been like geek of magnitude. But in a small sound bite, it's like just literally start doing it in everyday stuff. Because we all think we can want to do it. I want to go from I'm too scared to ask for a job promotion to I want to now earn triple. Like that's too big a fucking jump. You're not going to do it. You're going to shut yourself down. Like, so, okay, I'm too scared to ask for a promotion right now. So what's one little thing I can do? Okay, so sometimes I find it a bit uncomfortable speaking up in a meeting. Next time, I'm just going to say something at a particular point.
Yeah, I quite like to push through the uncomfortableness.
Yeah, or I'm in a supermarket. I'm not ready to buy that next level of something. I'd really like that bottle of wine. It's a 10 quid bottle of wine or 20 or 30, but I'm more comfortable spending £4.99. Go up and just pick up the £7 bottle, the £10 bottle. Just hold it or go stand in front of it. It's that comfortable. Stand in front of it. Just look at it. People don't even look at stuff. Like how many people go to a shop and go, I can't go to that rack because that's the really expensive stuff.
Yeah. See, I'm really terrible at that because I would walk into the shop and there's a guarantee that I would walk up to the most expensive thing there because I just pick it.
Try them.
I always do that. And then I look at the thing, I'm like, oh fuck, really? Again?
So what's it saying? You like nice shit.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have expensive taste.
No, you like nice shit. It's only expensive because we've deemed it expensive.
Yeah.
So one of the exercises I've got to do this last week, or whatever it is, on my opulence path luxury was around that. Where do we put limits and things? And I went, oh yeah. I started to get a little bit of a twitch if I buy a pair of shoes over. Now, not all my shoes are this amount. They vary. But I have, over the years, significantly bought a number of pairs of shoes at about £250, £300.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, they'll last like a decade or something because I rotate stuff. Amazing. But I would start to get a little bit twitchy after 300.
Yeah.
If I have the cash and it's quite comfortable, I'd probably easily spend 500. Not because it's a £500, not because it's £500, but it's like if I really like something and the quality for me, like a no-brainer. But then I kind of went, okay, £1,000, yeah, totally. If I totally have the cash, then I went, oh, would I spend 10 grand? For example, somebody spoke to me once about spending 10 grand on a suit, and my body was like, oh my god, it's amazing! I so want to see that suit. It was a woman. I was like, oh my god, I bet that suit is fierce. But then I went, I don't think I would spend 10 grand because I'd be, what if it gets damaged? So that was my limit. You know, it's not that I go around spending 10 grand, but I'd like find our limits. So you know, and I'll just give you an example of just the range. As we step through it, we might notice different things.
Yeah.
But if somebody's got 10 grand,
really curious.
Why wouldn't they spend? You know, they like that stuff. So just notice where our 10 grand could be, as I say, 10 quid, as opposed to 2 quid.
Interesting. Something definitely to look at.
Shop at Waitrose instead of Sainsbury's. Shop at Sainsbury's instead of. But you know what I mean? How people have decided that's too expensive.
Yeah.
All these.
I get that all the time. I'm like, oh, you should put avocado. And like, you must have. I'm like, I don't really, but I just like nice stuff. And like, food is important to me, so I'm like spending things on healthy organic foods, and they have a large range of that. So yeah, I choose to shop there. Yeah.
Little bits for everybody, you know. What if we all start creating our life as a more, the point of life being a pleasurable experience, which has almost nothing to do with money, although there's some nice shit we can buy with money, absolutely, but pleasurable in our everyday. How you wipe the surface down, how you put something in the washing machine, how you put the Hoover away, how you open the front door. Like if you can start in literally in those really mundane spaces, I'm telling you.
I just had a picture of like, you know, wiping like, oh yes, the good surface. Oh, you turned me on, honey.
I did that the other day. I'm seriously.
So good at doing that while I'm cleaning now. Like seriously.
I did that. I like wiped the top down. It was like so sensual. It was like, First of all, I went to irritation because it hadn't been wiped by somebody else who was going to wipe it, and then I'm like, I can go to grump or I can change it. And I went, I was like, stroke it. Yeah, totally different.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna have to go now because I need to go and wipe some surfaces.
You're just like, having sex with your countertops, you know what I mean? But hey,
why not?
But why not? Why? What makes us think because it's an inanimate that we can just slap into it? You know, how many people just slap a cup down or bang into things? Like, what? If that was a £10,000 worktop, would you slam shit on it? No, you probably wouldn't. Yeah. And it's that level of awareness. I'm getting potent now. The last minute, you know, that fucking level of like awareness. Don't treat things like shit because you've decided they're shit. Like really, the way we touch a baby generally is quite gentle, I hope. But we touch our own bodies with such harshness, and it's like I'm getting like, but you know, really, come on, guys, start looking at this. It will fucking change your life. Kind of. Any last thing to say?
I'm good. No, I'm good. Have you
guys,
anything else to say?
I'm good. I'm just like doing my mansplaining, but with my elbows.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of twisting because I need some yoga. Oh, that feels good.
Yeah. No, we're good. It was cool catching up with you because we've not really spoken. Yeah, cool. Hope you guys have enjoyed listening to our interesting perspectives. Take what you like, throw away what you don't. I've got to go and bark at somebody outside as a vehicle going past.
I need to go and wipe some things. And again, let us know how it goes. Like if you take anything, try anything, what are we talking about? We would love to hear that. And what are your experiences?
And share it wherever you like, please. Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go because we're coming to the hour and this thing has to cut off.
Yes.
So 15 seconds to go.
15
Okay, see you later, guys.
Bye, everyone. Sending love to all. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, girl.